is my temple. Your tears rinse my feet. I walk out, I'm able to carry your peace. It reminds me of a song that I heard long ago. Maybe I've always known that you were right there. A simple melody playing over and over in my dreams. But somehow out of reach, eluding me until I release. You come close to me when I release, and I let you take the lead when I release. My heart starts to see when I release. When I release, you said, come
What's up, everybody? We are live on the scene. We're here Tuesday night. Shout out to everybody in the chat. I see y'all with the comments. Keep hitting that like button, please. Hit them hearts. Shout out to Lena. You made it on time, girl. We appreciate y'all. You're watching Young Lion TV. Let's get at it.
Young lion, everywhere I look, they're dying. Everywhere I look, they're dying. Young lion, everywhere I look, they're dying. Everywhere I look, they're dying. Young lion, won't you get up and start fighting? Everywhere I look, they're hiding. Young lion.
All right. Yeah, we always play that intro because it gives y'all a second to hit that like button
and share
and hit that share button and show some love to the kids. We out here at True Sound Studios. It's Tuesday evening. This is episode 151.
Yeah.
Of the Young Lion TV podcast. Been so many things happening through this 150.
151 equals 7. Jake.
Equals 7. Come on, Jake.
Come on,
we
Jake.
Need you here.
I see you
to
watching,
break down
Jake.
These numbers, yeah. 7. Also, 151 is also a classic number. Everybody knows, right?
Wait, no, I know.
Where you going at?
I know a classic number of that.
What? What am I talking about?
One of the strongest drinks that you will ever take a shot of.
Right. Pure alcohol. But I don't even think, didn't they outlaw that or something?
I don't know.
You can't buy it anymore.
Oh, wow.
That
I
is
didn't
a
know
drinker's
at 151.
fun fact.
No, it's not a drinker's fun fact. It's our era, our generation, when you didn't know nothing about drinking. To be honest with you, for those that don't know what we're talking about Bacardi 151.
Yeah.
Which, like, growing up, when you didn't know anything about alcohol, you would hear people talk about 151. Mm-hmm. It was in rap songs, so you wanted to try it, not knowing that 151 meant that's what the proof it was.
Of it, yeah.
It was 151
proof. Yeah.
percent.
No. The proof was 151, which means what? 70% alcohol, 75%, 76% alcohol.
I forget.
Right? Isn't the proof is double what the percentage is, right? Isn't that how it works?
Yeah, the proof is always
double.
No, the proof is lower. I thought. I don't know.
Either way.
Can we look this up?
It was
can somebody tell us?
Going down
Who
your
can
throat.
tell us? George is watching. George, do you know anything about this?
George definitely knows about it.
I forget which way it goes.
I think it's the proof is double the percentage. But
okay.
We
all I know
we
is
had friends.
What?
We've had friends that drank this and seen them get super plastered.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes.
Not to mention any names.
Not to mention any names, but yes.
Yeah.
And I remember my first time ever drinking. I had a shot of this, not knowing
Right. How strong it was,
that it was going to be like molten lava going down your throat. And I just remember feeling like, yo, I'll never drink alcohol again. Not understanding how it works, you know what I mean? Just this is what I hear of. We have a shot of it, and then it's like, damn.
This is a mistake.
Yeah, instant regret. Like
I remember drinking it, but it felt like you were just drinking. Wasn't tasty.
No,
it wasn't anything. It was it just felt like it burned the crap out of you.
Yeah. And then you could feel it burning all the way through your insides.
All the way down.
Right,
to
all
your
the
gut.
way down.
And you're thinking like, how is this fun?
You drank it just to get messed up.
Yeah, I had a bad night with that too.
But anyway, that was a rant about 151. Episode 151. I got Stan with me. We got Moan with me. And we got Rachel here holding down the production. A lot of people aren't here today. Jake's not here. James isn't here. John is not here.
Missing.
But, yeah.
George said twice the alcohol. I don't know what that means.
Yeah.
What's that mean,
Twice
George?
the percentage.
So twice the percentage.
Yeah.
Okay.
See, we knew George would come through with the alcohol facts. But no, we miss those guys, but we're gonna hold it down. We're gonna do our thing. We're gonna talk about some stuff. There's been a lot going on since last week, since we did the podcast. But first, before we get into any of that, guys, please hit that share button, hit the like button. If you're on YouTube, subscribe, hit the notification bell. We get banned by the algorithm all the time, shadow banned. So we need all the support we can get. All of those that are in the chat right now, we appreciate each and every one of you. Please just keep hitting those comments and share this video, because that helps us more than anything at this point. You know, even on YouTube, they got rid of the dislike button, so the like button doesn't even do as much anymore. So sharing it is like the best thing. Helps beat the algorithm. But also, you know, if you appreciate what we're doing, that's how you can support us. And if you want to support even further and become a Young Lion, you can go to our Patreon, patreon.com/youngliontv, and you can sign up to become a member over there.
Yeah.
And
George.
Yeah, George.
You know?
Yeah, Lena. George, Lena, all those that you know enjoy this content every week. You know, we put a lot of time into this. Everybody comes in here. We're always running late because there's so much, so many things. See, y'all don't understand the behind the scenes of this. Like this stuff, all of this gear and equipment is not set up when we leave. We break it all down and we set it all up every time we come. And it's a ton of gear, a ton of equipment to get this thing to happen live every Tuesday night. So, you know, we appreciate all the support that we get from you guys. We were just talking about getting a new computer today. I was talking to Moan about that.
Yes.
So, you know, if you guys, the quicker people support, you know, we can make those things happen.
Lena said, Lena will most definitely, in all caps, join very soon.
Okay, we appreciate that. And we know you will. She has been our biggest supporter from day one. The Cash App is up there if you guys also, if you don't want to, you know, if you don't want to commit to the subscription model where you support every month, you can just throw a little donation at us on the Cash App, Young Lion TV, Young Lion TV on Cash App. Also, if you like the t-shirt that is covered up by that right now, but I'm wearing the Young Lion merch today, and there we go. I'm wearing the Young Lion merch here today. So if you want to, you know, cop one of these t-shirts designed by the great Simone Chang, just straight up Young Lion with Ezekiel 19 right here.
That was the easiest design ever.
Hey, it looks good though. It looks good.
I'm a plain guy. I like
just
plain
let
stuff.
people know you're a young lion, you know, and when they say, "Oh, what is that, young lion?" Like,
and
you don't
Stan
know
and
about
I
that.
are twinning right now.
Simple is good.
We're twinning.
We didn't plan this, by the way.
Yeah. Stan and Moan are wearing the Jatan merch, which is available on our website, jatan.com, where you can get our merch and music. But like I was saying, yeah, for this t-shirt, it's not available on the website, so you can let us know on the Cash App if you want to get one of these t-shirts. It's $20, and just send a little Cash App with the subject saying t-shirt and your size. We got small, medium, large.
We don't have small.
We don't have small.
Mediums, large, extra large, and we're getting 2X, 3X, 2X and 3X.
Yeah, like he said.
Cool.
I don't know what size. I don't know what size we have.
Schmediums.
We don't have any schmediums.
No
I'm a
schmediums.
schmedium, but we don't have schmediums.
But yeah, other than that, appreciate everybody. Listen, we love you guys.
Shout out to Emma and Naomi.
Emma, Naomi, hey guys, what's going on? Emma is another Young Lion Patreon member right there. We appreciate you, brother. But yeah, share the video, guys. Hit the like button. So anything y'all interesting y'all want to talk about before we get into what's happening in the world today?
No.
Right.
Sixers lost.
Nobody did. I don't care about that.
Yeah.
Nobody did anything over the weekend. Fun.
What did I
Fun?
do?
Oh my
Nah.
goodness.
Oh, you had Noah's thing, right?
Yeah. Sunday he had a doubleheader.
Yeah.
Officiating is so bad. I
Yeah.
told you, it was just. But the second game they came back and won. They showed a lot of resilience and
Yeah.
It's just good. Because Stan's seen them before, like where we played with no subs, and it's good to see the growth
of
in
the
the
team.
kids, and they're playing better. We're competing in every single game.
The Renegades, right?
Renegades. Yep.
Yeah. Where'd y'all get that name from?
The kids actually, it was between Renegades and something else.
Oh, okay.
Sharks or something.
Yeah, Renegades was a better name. Sharks attack. Do y'all just play the Jay-Z and Eminem song when they come out every time?
No, I should. I should.
You didn't think, never thought about that?
That's a good idea. I should bring a little boom box.
Yeah.
Bluetooth
When they're warming up, you
They
just
gonna be like,
play
"What's
that
that?"
song on loop, the edited version.
They're gonna be like, "Who's Jay-Z?"
They know who Eminem is. I'm sure.
Yeah.
But that's good, man. That's good.
I just had a kid party to go to.
Oh yeah.
It was Sunday. Yeah, Sunday.
Whose kid?
Shani and his wife.
Cousins.
Oh, okay.
It's So how you would know is, remember the volleyball player?
Yeah.
Her brother.
Okay.
His kid.
That's a
Inside
funny story.
joke.
That's an inside joke. That is definitely an inside joke, because people like I'll say this: people don't understand how competitive we are. Like we are extremely competitive. So anytime like we go to a party or we have like a kid's birthday party, there's always some kind of activity that we're gonna end up playing, and it's gonna get competitive.
Yes.
And it doesn't matter if it's a 1-year-old birthday party. It's,
Me myself, I know. I'm been working on myself.
yes.
I get annoyed when people play and they don't want to play. It's just a game. But you play a game to win, right?
Yeah. And don't be getting up if you can't play.
Yeah.
Like, you can have
step
fun
out
with us.
Don't step out here if you're gonna just quit on the game. I feel you on that though. Like,
Yeah.
You can have fun from the sideline. Cheer.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Like, make fun of us for being extra.
Yeah.
I'm fine with
Yeah,
that.
I'm
But
good
don't
with that
come out
too.
here if you're gonna be sitting there like
Right.
a bump on the log. So,
Right.
yeah.
You
So,
got anvils on your feet.
but what this inside joke was, like, we were at a Stan's son's birthday party.
Yeah, one over. Yeah.
And
You gonna tell the
I'm not gonna tell the whole
story? Oh,
story.
okay,
I was just
okay,
getting
okay,
a little bit of. So
You can.
No,
you can.
I'm not.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. Okay.
But
Rach is like, what story?
well, the bottom line of it is, Stan's wife's cousin is a gym teacher, right?
Yeah.
And she's been like an athlete her whole life or whatever.
Soccer player,
Right,
Yeah.
right. And we're so used to playing with girls that suck at sports, so they just in the way. You know
Yes,
what I mean?
yes.
Usually, so like when we were playing volleyball Stan set up the net in the backyard, and it was a serious game going on. And of course, like there was certain women that were in the way, right?
Yes.
But she happened to be pretty good, so like, Simone was being super extra, like high-fiving her, like, yeah, that's what's up. You see, that's how you're supposed to play. Getting in other girls' faces, that's how you're supposed to play. You see that? So, of course, like, all the other women watching were getting
And playing.
we're getting upset and jealous and mad.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, and it turned into an incident, and it got ugly, and then the game was over basically. But yeah.
All because you played good.
Oh, the James is chiming in.
Here it go, James.
What did he say? That's when we saw Moon Pimp hand was strong.
You making me look a certain way, bro.
Yeah, that's what we
That's
all
funny.
we all had to get in arguments on the way home, right? Like for no reason. Like I wasn't even the one. I wasn't involved. No, but that was definitely a funny moment, just because I saw like
But that's a
the
memory
dynamic.
too,
Yeah, that the memory of that dynamic of like, just because we were cheering on, because it wasn't. I'm being extra about it. I'm going overboard. It really wasn't that serious. Like it was just someone does something good, you say, yeah, that's what's up. We do that with everyone.
Yeah,
but
right.
because she was the only girl,
that
was like,
and she
doing
was
good.
good.
yeah, that
And she sucked.
right. So then that started making other people salty,
Jealous.
like, jealous. Yeah,
Come
like,
on.
and
Say
almost like-
say what it is.
Right.
Other
Jealousy.
players that
Right,
were
right.
in the game that were female were getting jealous.
Yeah. Yeah.
Anyways.
But- anyway, so that's the party you went to.
Right.
Got you. Okay.
Yes.
And that's how you know her. I knew you would know her from
Yeah.
that. So
Did you play volleyball?
nah. Well, I think we're the only ones that set up things to play.
We always do that. Other people are they just want to drink and not do
Yeah.
that.
we get so competitive.
I
I mean,
know.
they had like a bounce house for the kids and all
Yeah.
that. That was cool because they had to slide. And then he has little dirt bikes,
Yeah.
so they were riding them around and the Power Wheels and all that. But
You know, everything
no
we do is.
sports
Do we talk about like the cruise? How we made cornhole competitive?
Oh,
Did we
dude.
talk about that?
We
it
had.
was great, man.
I love cornhole,
Yeah.
but we had a serious battle.
Yo, it was
a
serious, dude.
serious
Like,
cornhole battle, bro. It was me and Jake versus Dave and Moon,
Okay.
and we were going back.
nah, I
and
mean,
forth.
we won though.
They
we
won.
won.
They won at the end. They won at the end. They got us. I think it was like 4-3,
Yeah.
something like that.
Yeah,
we
but
were
it was
going
good,
back
though.
and forth, back and forth.
Nice.
It was competitive, and like if you get in a rhythm,
Yeah.
you start playing strategy,
Syncing them things.
Right.
Yeah. So that's what made it fun. But yeah, that's just how we do it. Everywhere we go, we like to. Oh, why should the kids be the only ones having fun?
Right,
Like,
right.
Figure we could do
Everybody's
something.
there to
Yeah.
have fun.
I mean, we sometimes we dislocate pinkies and stuff, but it's all.
Yo, he's not even lying, dude. Like,
Yeah.
No,
This-
I'm not lying.
this-
That's what I'm
That's
talking
what-
about.
It's
Remember
just
in
still-
California?
yes. Yo, my middle finger. I was so competitive. DM's birthday party.
Yeah.
We was throwing the football around.
Yeah.
I tried to catch Jamie's bullet, so I didn't drop it though.
No, you didn't.
I caught it.
And
And-
I was whipping them things
Yeah,
like
yeah. What was that? At the,
Yo, it's still messed
Washington
up.
Township?
Yeah.
It's still messed up.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, but yeah,
great.
we always get competitive with stuff and try to have fun. So,
Yeah.
all right. Got a bunch of people laughing in the chat. Everyone's saying OMG. Lena said y'all are too funny. Yeah, so let's get into some of this stuff. So first let's talk about the tragedy that happened in Buffalo.
Oh, yeah.
Let's address that a little bit because that was insane. Everybody, of course, knows about what happened, I'm sure. A crazy person went up there and opened fire on a bunch of people and was a racist. You know what I mean?
Drove from over 200 miles away or
Yep.
something like that.
Yep.
Just to cause chaos.
Just to cause chaos, And it's a shame, man. It's a shame that people can be of the mindset to do things like this, and we have to sit back and watch everyone try to use it as a tool for whatever
always.
agenda
Yeah.
they're trying to push.
always like gun control.
Yeah.
And,
Just whatever, just dividing everybody. And you saw, I forget who it was, but came out and said like, "Oh, this guy was a Republican.
Republican.
This
That
is
was,
a
MSNBC, I
yeah,
think.
yeah, something like this is a mainstream Republican.
Yep.
This is how they think, basically. And it's like,
Jump the gun
yeah, like
because you were wrong. She was wrong.
yeah, absolutely, absolutely. The dude's manifesto, he told what his leanings were.
108 page, right? Or
Yeah.
80? 180 page? Or
It was
108
long.
Page manifesto.
It was long, but he went into detail.
Yeah.
And talked about his
did they retract?
ideology.
Did they retract what they?
Of course not. Of
No
course
wish.
not. Because they know most people aren't going to do the research to read the manifesto or listen to anybody who would correct them. So once they put it out there, it's out
It's
there.
out there,
And
and
then
then-
that's what people think. People think that this dude was a Trump supporter. You know what I mean?
no.
That's just what they think. And
Yeah.
the narrative is going to be to use that to just create division amongst people. You know what I mean? You saw it doesn't get as much play because most of the mainstream media is gonna lean towards the left, but you saw it with the Waukesha thing,
Yeah.
like all the right wing outlets jumped on that.
Yeah.
You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Because this
Yeah.
dude was a black supremacist, you know what I mean, who ran over a bunch of white people at a Christmas parade.
Yeah.
Of course, the left media.
A crazy car.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All the
Plowed
reports
over.
said a car accident or a
Yeah.
car, a SUV. You know
a
what I mean?
red SUV.
Yeah. Don't look in any further, guys. Don't look into who he is.
Yep.
Yep.
But that's what happens. Like both people will try to either do damage control or use it, highlight it to use it for their talking points or their division. Which that's what frustrates me the most. That's what frustrates me the most about these incidents, because it's like there's a greater overarching problem, which is like, yo, the world is messed up, man.
Yeah.
Like people are being divided. People are like, this person had issues.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Another something else the FBI could have prevented, I think, instead of focusing on parents
Yeah.
at school board meetings.
Yeah.
There were several warning signs for this guy.
What didn't they investigate him already?
Yeah, before.
And then they, and how many times have we seen this from the FBI, where it's like we find out that one of these gunmen were already investigated, and they did nothing.
Yep.
But they're worried about people who are showing up to school.
But they show that they do nothing, or they're dirty.
They selectively do things.
Yeah,
they pick and choose. And it's weird. It's weird how a government agency that's built off of federal law enforcement could do things like that.
Right.
You're supposed to uphold the law.
Yeah.
Yep. But they break laws.
Absolutely.
All the reporters that they, the Project Veritas thing.
Yeah.
Stuff.
Yep.
It's
the laptop thing.
Yeah.
Laptop thing. They knew that
for
before.
Over a year.
Yeah. That could have changed. Biden couldn't, easily not be president right now, because if that would have,
if they would have covered it as journalists
and not used the social media platforms to suppress.
Yeah.
What was coming out.
Because I think I saw a poll, like if
I seen it.
I saw that it was saying that like most people, if they knew about it, they wouldn't have voted the same way.
Right.
James said, yes, most people just read the headline and not truly do any actual research. That is very true. Yeah. That's why we always bring up stuff when we bring up articles and show stuff on here, because it's like, for people that we know that might see this, because there's so many people that we talk to that hold these adamant views on things but never have looked into it.
Yeah.
It's like, so you have this whole ideology that you're so passionate about, but you really don't know the ins and outs of it. You're just being told that you should be passionate about this.
And emotional.
Yeah.
Like everything that happens.
Right. Right. Just like the Roe v. Wade thing.
Yep.
Yeah.
They have no idea what Roe v. Wade is.
Yeah.
Saying it wrong.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
they don't even know what overturning it would have done.
Yeah, would do.
You know?
It doesn't ban it.
Yeah.
Just, to go back on that. It just kicks it back to the states.
Yeah.
It's a state issue. It's not a federal issue.
Lena said, I definitely have plenty of thoughts on this event. Rachel, do you think it's possible to get a rendezvous link up? We can maybe get some people in on the conversation. If we can get a rendezvous link and anybody wants to join in, we can possibly bring you in on the conversation, or just to say hi or whatever. But this stuff like this should not be happening.
Yeah,
it was just tragic.
Biden went there, of course, today. Yeah, and not to.
Of course, of course,
because it fits the narrative.
Yeah, and that's what they're gonna do. That's what they're gonna do.
Mm-hmm.
They're gonna
just pay attention to those little things.
Yeah, but this dude straight up said that he was a communist.
Mm-hmm.
And it's funny because when you look at the way they frame political ideologies, anyone who is a racist, they always put them on the far right. They always say if you have racist views, you're far right.
Right.
Yeah.
But when you look throughout history, most of the racist mass murderers,
the real racists,
were communists.
Yeah.
They were far, far, far left.
Yep.
When you look at Mao and Hitler and Stalin and
Pol
Pot and all these people were communists, and they were extremely racist.
Yeah.
Like to the point of genocide,
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's weird that like
Pol Pot killed 2 point something, they don't know, of his own people.
There's no way of knowing. Mass graves, they probably still don't know how many people.
Yeah.
It's crazy, man. But it's just the framing of it all, the way we are told to,
because it's politics.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's a game that they're playing.
Power, man.
That's what I want people to wake up from.
Yes,
is being ushered into their little camp. Like you're being herded into like this. Like there's a big field of just sheep.
Mm-hmm.
And you're being herded here, and you're being herded here, so that we know where you are and we can control you that way.
And we're not even saying like be Republican, be conservative.
No. I definitely don't
listen
agree
to
with
both
the Republicans.
Listen to both sides and listen to God.
Yeah.
What is he telling you?
It's about the person.
Mm-hmm.
Look at the person. Look how they react to what's happening in the media. Look at how they react to what's their take on this.
Yeah.
What are they saying about this? Are they just spewing talking points? Are they waiting to hear what the public says and then they're just reiterating that?
Yeah.
Are they saying things that make no damn sense?
Yeah.
Can they even talk?
Right.
You know what I mean? Because
Right.
we're finding out that a lot of them can't.
Yeah.
So it's like, it's not about what party they belong to anymore. I think that's what needs to break down.
Yeah.
You know, I understand there's a 2-party system because of the way it was all, you know, designed and money got involved and it got real crazy that way. But we got to start looking at the individuals and not being like, well, I can't vote for that person because they're a Republican or I can't vote for that person because they're a Democrat. Because I'm telling you, like, there's people, Tulsi Gabbard.
Tulsi, I would have voted for her.
I would have voted for her.
Yeah.
I don't agree with everything she believes in, but
just
as
like
far as,
I don't agree with everything Trump.
Exactly.
You know,
exactly. You know, but can you think of any Republican that is better than Tulsi? Except for maybe DeSantis.
DeSantis, that's the only one that I probably vote for.
But think about all the other establishment.
If Rand Paul.
Think about the establishment guys that've been in the Senate forever. Right. You know what I mean?
Nope.
Who's that
None.
turtle? No.
Like,
Yeah.
that's what people don't get. Like,
go.
they think just because you criticize Democrats that you're a Republican or, you know, and it's like, no, that's not the case. You have to say that all the time. It's like, you always have to put that disclaimer out there because it's like, no. Only reason why we always criticize Democrats is because Democrats are the ones being shoved down our throats all the time and people just blindly follow them.
Yeah.
Because they think, oh, they're the ones who care about us. No, they're lying. They're lying.
Yep.
Yeah.
They just do a better job of pretending they care.
That's
Republicans don't care, and we know.
That's what I meant to bring up last week. Did you see the girl from Young Turks?
Anna Kasparian?
Yes, she blew up.
She's annoying.
There was a video that went viral about how she was criticizing. I think Jimmy Dore was one of them that she criticized. Like, you know how he's always talking about Democrats and they don't do nothing. She was like going at him. Like, this was probably a couple years ago, and now there's another show that she did where she was complaining, like going crazy. Where Jenk was even like, Anna,
calm down.
Anna, calm down. She was saying even the squad. She called out the squad and everything like that. And they did a video of her from 2 years ago and her now, like how hypocritical she is.
But that's their MO. I think their platform is dying.
Yeah,
their viewership is going down. And so I think a lot of what they're doing is just like trying to garner attention by they're trying to Alex Jones it up a little bit. You know what I mean? Like, just get super amped about stuff that really doesn't matter. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Wasn't she the one that just was going off about I don't care about your God or something like that?
Possibly. The Young
I think
Turks
it was her.
are ridiculous, man. And the thing is, I used to watch them back in the day.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But before I really knew anything about like doing research, you know, and I just watched the Daily Show. I watched all I watched MSNBC. And I used to watch the Young Turks, man.
Till I seen Shapiro.
Yeah.
Go ahead and
James said, quote unquote racist, except Ed Buck. He was drugging and killing black men, but who cares? He is a major Democrat supporter. Nothing to see here.
That's true. Me and James talk about Ed Buck all the time. Are y'all familiar with Ed Buck?
No, who's that?
He is he's like a Democratic donor. And I think he was in Congress at one point. But I remember in the news, he kept like getting caught with dead black people. Like he was drugging people and they would die in his house.
What?
Yeah. Let me see if I can find the article.
What?
Yeah. And this it was in the news.
Is he in jail?
No.
What?
Hold up.
This is like what's that movie? What's that movie where
Coming to Dinner or something? Wasn't that a murder movie?
No, why can't I think of it? It's like one word. With the dude with Key and the Peele movie where
yeah.
she took him home. The daughter took him home,
but I didn't see it. Yeah.
What movie am I talking about, Rach?
I always had to look it up.
I can't think of it. I think it got nominated.
Yeah. Indispensable? No.
I can't think of it.
Okay, so here we go. He's I guess he is in prison. He's a convicted felon and businessman, a former model, actor, and he made a significant amount of money running and selling the data service company Gopher Courier. He became involved in politics after the election of Evan McCam as governor of Arizona in 1986. Buck, an Arizona resident, led the effort to recall him from office, accusing him of racism and corruption. The experience led Buck to change his party affiliation from Republican to Democrat, and he has since donated heavily to Democratic politicians. In 2007, he ran an unsuccessful campaign for the city council of West Hollywood, California. So he was involved in politics, but he was a donor mainly for Democrats. But so two African-American men, the first in 2017, the second in 2019, were discovered dead in Buck's West Hollywood home, later to be determined as due to drug overdoses. Several reports indicated that Buck had a history of bringing African-American men to his house, where he would repeatedly inject them with high doses of crystal methamphetamine for sexual gratification. He
Get out.
Yeah.
Get out. Yeah, there you go.
He piled the men with drugs and then sexually assaulted them while they were unconscious or immobile. In January 2019, a coalition of 50 civil rights organizations called for the law enforcement to investigate the matter. And he was charged 3 counts of battery causing. So, so you get the point. And I mean, who knows how many more he did this to?
Crazy.
Because I think he was targeting like homeless dudes, but only black ones.
Homeless, and you doing sexual stuff.
Drugging them and doing but again, y'all didn't even know about it.
Yeah. No,
like this was like really covered up because a lot of people, he's affiliated with a lot of people, a lot of Democrats, you know.
Yeah.
So that's why James.
That's what they always do.
Yeah.
It's really like the Epstein thing.
That just like the Epstein thing, you know, the trial was not. We seen Johnny Depp's personal trial.
Yeah.
Epstein
It's covered
nothing.
every day. Yeah. Ghislaine Maxwell.
Nothing.
You hear chirps of that.
Yeah.
It's not all over the news.
Did you send me the rendezvous link? Okay, cool. Lena, I'm gonna put it up in the YouTube chat right now. She asked for it in the YouTube chat. Yeah, but that's a crazy story, man.
Yeah.
Okay, Lena, rendezvous chat is up. Rendezvous link is up. If you want to click on there and join in. Anybody else that wants to join in, feel free to. I'm gonna post it up in the. Oh, you posted it up already, Mo?
That was Rach.
Oh, okay.
I saw that. I was like, did I share something by accident?
Okay, so let's get into some Uncle Joe.
Oh boy,
Get into some Uncle Joe, man, and Auntie Kamala. We're gonna get it. We're gonna do a little bit of a little one,
I didn't
two.
get to see what y'all was talking about.
Little
With
1, 2
did
punch.
you
Oh,
get
I
that?
have it, yeah.
You have it? All right,
Yeah.
I didn't see it.
A V
Auntie,
thoughts.
Uncle Joe and Auntie Kamala.
So the first thing I'm gonna play from Uncle Joe here is just another one of his famous sayings, one of his classics from that same speech he was giving about inflation that we showed.
Oh yeah,
where he was saying a whole bunch of nothing. They're gonna tax corporations, and that's gonna lower inflation.
Right.
Anybody? Does that make
Does
sense
that-
to everybody?
that make
Does
any
that
sense?
Make
No.
sense?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Not to me.
Let's check this out. What he's saying here. This is gonna be real quick, so you got to pay attention for if you want the jewels. Okay. The magic that is Joe Biden speaking. 3, 2, 1, go.
And I agree with what Chairman Powell said last week, that the number one threat
I don't hear it on the.
Uh-oh.
Raggy.
So the Fed should, and I agree with what Chairman Powell said last week, that the number one threat is the strength, and that strength that we built is inflation. So the Fed should,
inflation.
strength
and I
that we
agree
built
with
was
what Chairman
inflation.
Powell said last week, that the number one threat is the strength, and that strength that we built is inflation. So the Fed should, and I agree with what Chairman Powell said last week, that the number one threat is the strength, and that strength that we built is inflation.
The number one threat we built is the strength.
Why are you saying it like you don't understand what he was talking about, Stan? That was perfect, coherent English for every.
Right. Why do I pay taxes? No taxation without representation.
That's your representation right there, buddy. Don't you complain about it. Don't you complain about it. Okay, this is another funny one right here. It's just a quick clip of him just doing creepy Uncle Joe stuff.
You gotta be frustrated. I know. I can taste it. Frustrated by high prices, by gridlock in Congress.
Let's watch it
You
again.
gotta be
I
frustrated.
can taste it.
I know. I can taste it.
Bro. Bro. Seriously?
It's just
This is our president.
It's just so weird, man.
This is our president.
I can taste it. It's like a villain on a freaking horror movie. I can taste it.
Yo.
All right.
Yikes.
It's so
man.
crazy to me that
Yikes.
how they just don't, the media don't want to like admit that this guy is not
Don't forget,
capable.
man. Almost 81
he's-
million votes.
81 million votes.
Yeah, 81 million votes.
More votes than any other president in the history of the United States.
Yeah.
Most
And-
popular president of all time.
Except now.
Except for now, his approval rating is lowest in history.
Yeah.
Lowest in history.
I'll tell you someone who is speaking out and recognizing it is the great Elon Musk.
Oh,
have
yeah.
y'all heard about what's going on with the Twitter thing too?
Yeah, that
what's
thing
going
might
on?
be tanked.
So the deal is on hold right now. And you know why the deal is on hold is because he is challenging. They came out and said that, and they always maintain this, that like only 5% of
Right.
Twitter accounts are bots or fake people or whatever. But he's challenging that.
Yeah.
And he's saying we're going to do our own sample and see. I'm putting the deal on hold until we can verify that it's only 5% of Twitter accounts. So now like people are panicking.
Yep.
People
Because
are
they know
panicking.
it's more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they know he's going to find out. And then they know it might tank the deal, which could tank Twitter.
It's going to tank Twitter.
Like,
if he pulls out, it's going
If he pulls out now he's got so much leverage right now
Yeah.
because the way he moved this whole thing, that if he pulls out, it could totally destroy Twitter.
See that? All because you wanted to ban Babylon B.
Right. But it's about exposing, because if they do find out that like say like 16 to 17% accounts are bots, right? They find that out. What that does is it means now you're in trouble for lying to advertisers about your reach, lying to advertisers about what they're paying money for, because you knew that you had all these bots there. You're covering it up. You know what I mean? So Twitter's in trouble. Did you see the Project Veritas thing?
Yeah, the engineer. The
Yeah, the
senior
engineer.
Yo,
The Indian dude.
We'll play that. We'll play that. We'll play that.
dudes,
We'll
man.
get to that. We'll get to that. First, I want to play this.
I hold my comment.
Yeah. Because
Me
we'll
too, 'cause I
wait.
got a
We'll wait
good
till
one.
we get to that.
Dudes,
We'll wait till
yo.
we get to that. But I want to play the clip of Elon Musk roasting Biden, because this is hilarious. Because first of all, like
I heard about
he was
it.
at this
I
summit
didn't
and
see
they brought him in via Skype, and you know Elon Musk has been like, he's been hitting it out the park with like what he's been saying.
Yeah.
But he basically came out and said like, I don't think I've ever voted for a Republican in my life. He was like, I've only voted left. I've been on the left my whole life. He was like, he said I'm not going to vote for a Democrat anymore,
Wow.
just because of what he's seeing and what
Yeah.
they're doing and like the way they're moving, which is crazy, you know.
Yeah.
Crazy that veil has been broken.
You know, and you see so many people coming to that conclusion. But let's play this clip. I don't know if he gets into that in this clip, but I know he roasts Biden a little bit.
But it's not as if Biden has flipped the script and said, okay, we're going to go 180 degrees in the other direction. He's kind of kept it the same, which has been really surprising, actually.
Man, it's hard to tell what Biden's doing, to be totally frank. You know, I feel like
It's weekend at Bernie's.
the real president is whoever controls the teleprompter. You know, it's like
They didn't even catch that one. Did you hear what he said?
Whoever controlled the teleprompter.
He said the real president is whoever controls the teleprompter.
path to power is the path to the teleprompter. You know, like what? Because then he just reads the teleprompter. So, you know, I do feel like if somebody would accidentally lean on the teleprompter, it's going to be like Anchorman. It's going to be like QQQ ASDF 123, you know, type of thing.
I mean,
That's the truth.
in fairness to Biden, he hasn't been napping as much as he needs to, but
It's hard to say
hard job.
these sort of
I mean,
things that are getting done. You know, this administration just it doesn't seem to get a lot.
Doesn't seem to get a lot done, is what he said.
Yeah.
But then, you know, he went on to talk about how he's not going to vote for Democrats in this election.
Because they're like moving way far left, dude. And they're making
moving mad, yo.
Yeah. Like people that were on the left now seem conservative.
Yeah. Well, he tweeted that meme also. Did you see that meme he tweeted where he was like
himself?
It was he was talking about this is me, you know, 10 years ago, and he was like left of center.
Yeah.
And then the far left was like pretty close to him, and then the right was about the same distance.
Yeah.
And then he said the left moves all the way over here, so then the center ends up here, but I'm in the same place. You know what I mean?
Right. And
You
that's
know.
that's you see
That's the
you
truth.
you literally see that shift.
Yeah.
Like Joe Rogan and
Yeah. They're all considered right wingers now,
Yeah.
because of how far everyone is going to the left. You know,
Yeah.
Tim Pool talks about that all the time too, about how, like, he said all the Republicans that I've known even since I was a kid, they wanted to ban abortion. They didn't believe in gay marriage. He was like, listed off this whole list of things. Most of those things they've conceded on, and some of them they stayed the same on. No one has moved further to the right on these issues.
Yeah.
Like, no one is saying, you know, everyone must get pregnant by 21, and, you know, no more birth control allowed.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, no one on the right is pushing for these things. So I think
that would be some. Sorry to cut you off.
Go ahead,
that
go
would
ahead.
be some. What's that show that they reference all the time with the Handmaid's Tale?
Handmaid's Tale,
That
yeah.
would be Handmaid's Tale. That's what they act like. You know, the Republicans are.
Yeah.
But they're not.
Well, that's what they say.
Yeah.
That's one of their talking points, is that the right wing has moved so far further to the right.
Yeah.
And you know, it's funny because there's no actual evidence of that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You know?
I mean, like, you know,
They
they
just
always
say
say, like, you know, with the heartbeat bill and stuff like that, but they're against abortion,
But-
and that's a red state.
But not only that, it's like that's still a compromise though, because it's still 15 weeks.
right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, I don't understand how like that's moving further to the right. That's not moving further to the right.
No.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't get it. Like I say it all the time. I don't get it.
Yeah.
I don't.
Yeah, I don't know.
Okay, so let's move on to the clip. Now, Stan asked me make sure I had this clip earlier today. This is Auntie.
Which one?
This is
Auntie,
Auntie. She got some things to tell you.
This
She's
will
gonna-
be my first time watching this.
She's going to explain to you, what is this, about climate change or something? I
Yeah, I
think.
think
Yeah,
so.
something about
She's at
climate
the-
change. She's going to drop some gems about,
Remember
like,
her speechwriters? Two of her speechwriters quit. I
Yeah.
think, before, like, you know, last month, and you know, good.
because they probably like, yo, I didn't write that. Every time she got up there and talked, they're like, what is she saying? Man, like, this lady
Knocking them out the park.
knocks them out the park. Here we go.
That is especially true when it comes to the climate crisis, which is why we will work together and continue to work together to address these issues, to tackle these challenges, and to work together as we continue to work operating
Together.
from the new norms, rules, and agreements that we will convene to work together on to galvanize.
She looked
global
like she wanted to
action.
laugh at that one
With
point.
that, I thank you all. This is a matter of
She knows she's up there saying nothing. She
Nothing.
knows. She knows she just said a bunch of nothing.
We'll work together and doing this together.
We will continue to work
Together.
Like, it's almost like she didn't want to say it, but still said it.
Yeah, she smirked.
We will work together to work
Like,
together
come on, man.
and continue.
Like you didn't know this was coming up. Nobody told, like you got a speech. To
Nobody
do.
prepared
Like,
you
Nobody.
to say. You didn't say windmills, fish, glaciers. You didn't say
You had a climate. At least you can say the Earth is warming.
I mean,
Something.
even Greta Thunberg was more prepared. She was a 16-year-old autistic girl.
Dare you?
She had the whole speech written out. You know, you've crushed our dreams with your false promises, and like she went on. She hit him.
We get this.
We get this from Auntie, man.
But it's scripted though. Like you have stuff to go. I don't know.
Hey, apparently she doesn't.
Lena said she's checked in the rendezvous, waiting backstage.
Okay.
Yeah, I thought that was hilarious when I saw it, and you know I grabbed that right away.
Yeah.
So as soon as you said it, I was like, oh yeah. All right, so let's get into what we were talking about with the Project Veritas thing.
Okay.
I have the clip here.
Can I say something?
What?
Every time these dudes, because I hear the girl, I watch it. I hear the girl.
Dude.
Right.
I want James O'Keefe to show a picture of the hot girl.
Right.
He can't do it.
Yeah. I know.
Yo, it's probably the same girl.
Yeah, yep.
It's probably the
Bust
same
them
girl
all.
getting all these dudes.
Yep. Yep.
They just spill the beans. Like,
Yeah, man. But think about it, dude. They're all like tech nerds or like
Yeah.
political older guys or even this dude. Like I felt kind of bad watching it because it's like this guy thinks he's on a date with some hot chick and he's spilling the beans.
Yeah.
You know,
Thinking he might get lucky at the end.
Yeah,
So he gives
you
it
know.
all up.
and then when this expose came out, his heart was probably broken.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's it. O'Keefe posted on I think Instagram about the video, and somebody commented that if it's a hot girl, if you're a nerd working at a high position in
At
a tech
this point-
company, at this point, it's James
You
O'Keefe.
should know.
Yeah.
You should know.
You should know.
And then he posted fact check true.
Like, dude, that should be a red flag to anybody in the tech world, in the
Yeah.
political world, in
Get up and leave.
anyone who works in those. If some hot girl on Tinder is so into you and wants to go on a date, bro, like you got to question it. Or if you go on a date,
Don't be spilling the
don't tell
beans.
all the secrets about where you work.
right. Right.
Like, yo,
Like,
just
you can go
avoid
on a
that
date,
topic.
yeah.
Go on a date, see if she really into you, and avoid all the
Right.
topics about work and like
Yep.
the inside. Stop trying to be like, man.
But that might be 10 dates in though. She might be like, you know,
she might have been working
undercover.
them, working them, huh?
That's true.
She might have been working them through the DMs on Tinder, because I think that's what he uses, Tinder.
Oh, okay.
I think
really?
I think like he like has a like stable of really hot chicks on Tinder. They just like swipe right on a bunch of people, or is it left or right? I don't know.
I don't know. Never been on it.
Me either. But she just swipes a bunch of people, I think, and then like if someone has a job somewhere high tech, like they try to get info, you know.
Yeah.
So it's I mean,
But
it's
every
sneaky,
time
but it works.
Yeah, it is.
bro.
Yeah,
It works.
And it's, let it come out if that's what's.
Hey,
you know what I mean?
what this dude was saying is basically the opposite of what Jack Dorsey has been telling us and what
Right.
all the Twitter
Right.
people. And this is a senior engineer there. But we could play a little bit of it.
We weren't really operating like capitalist mode. It's very socialist, like we're all like communist. Ideologically, it does not make sense, like because we're actually censoring the right, not the left. It's true, there is bias. I don't know if the two parties can truly coexist on one platform.
What do your colleagues say about like?
They hate it. Oh my god,
Yeah,
some of
so
my
it's
colleagues are
multiple
like
Yeah.
left. They're like, this will be my last day if it happens.
Why are you guys so worried though?
You know, jobs are at stake. He's a capitalist. So we weren't really operating like capitalist mode. We were very socialist. Like, we're all like commie as like, I started working for Twitter and became left. I think it's just like the environment. Like, you're there and you become like this commie.
So he said a lot there. He said a lot there. He was talking about how like they're scared about Elon buying it because he's a capitalist and they're all commie AF, as he said it.
AF.
As he said it, and he even said that when he started working there, he moved more ideologically to the left just because of the environment.
The environment,
you know, you're in the middle of it and you become more left leaning because of the environment there. Yeah. He said they censor people on the right, and don't censor people on the left.
Yep.
There was another clip that I saw where he was talking about how like the work environment there, you can work. He said, I work for like 4 hours a week. You know what I mean? And get paid this huge salary. Right. Wow. He said people can take, if they get stressed out, they can leave anytime they want. They could take a month off, you know. And it's like, if that's your business model, it's almost like, how is Twitter sustaining itself?
Yeah,
like
that's why they're failing. And that's why they had those bots.
But right. And it's almost like, are they being propped up just to be an ideological weapon? You know what I mean?
Yeah, hub for them.
Yeah.
Take it like mainstream media.
Right.
Is.
And now that Elon's trying to buy it, that's why everyone's panicking because he's about to outflank them. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. And
yeah. It's interesting, man. Interesting. You get those inside details.
Let it come out. Keep
but then
for it, fellas.
I was watching Tim Pool, and you know he talked about this specifically. This video, he had a liberal dude on there. He was just making excuses, you know, because I think his point was that it's leaning towards the left. They'll ban, you know, right wing people on Twitter all the time.
Yeah.
But not the left. So Twitter leans with ideological left. Whatever. Left. But the dude was just like combating him, you know, saying that it doesn't. It's like they're what am I trying to say? They're like living in their own world.
Yeah.
Saying that, you know,
it doesn't lean left, but
it doesn't
really
lean left.
Does.
But
when you have somebody saying it point blank,
from you know high up,
a senior engineer there is telling you that the whole company is like he said, commie AF. Right. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and even what Jack was saying like before.
Yeah,
like they lean left.
Yeah,
but even though it's coming from, you know, the mouth of a guy that works there, it doesn't matter. But because James O'Keefe, he does edits, his videos aren't you know, legit, and you know.
Yeah, but even that has been completely debunked. They went to court over that.
Yep.
You know,
there's a reason why he's won every lawsuit.
Yeah.
And it's because it's the truth.
Yeah.
But he was saying that before he started Project Veritas, he settled, you know, because he was doing this before Project Veritas was created,
right?
And he settled out of court, but that doesn't mean that he lost.
Settling doesn't mean that you lost. It means you agreed to settle.
And even if you have that claim, but ever since he started Project Veritas, he's been winning.
He won every
court case he's won.
Case. Yeah.
So you could say he's however many and as Project Veritas. Before that, you know, he might have been.
And what about all of the people that have been prosecuted and like investigated because of what he's uncovered?
Like that lady. Yeah, she went to jail, right?
Yeah, the lady in Texas I think it was, went to jail. Yeah. Because she was ballot harvesting.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And taking money.
Did you hear about Dinesh D'Souza's 2,000 Mules?
I did hear about that. But I was hearing about like the research and the data on it, and it was mostly about like GPS locations on phones, geo-tracking on phones.
Yeah.
I mean,
and they gave a bias though of 10 times going back and forth.
Right.
That same cell phone going back and forth to the same what is it, ballot drop box.
Yeah, I mean, to me, I don't even need to see that to realize what was going on.
Oh, yeah.
But I mean, that is, to me, it's clear and it's crazy. But what I'm saying is, like, no one's gonna care about that.
Right.
No one's gonna say, "Oh, they got us."
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They're gonna spin that.
It should be investigated, but
They
it
won't.
won't be.
They won't.
Or even if it is,
because it can be dismissed in so many ways. There's so
Right.
many ways you could dismiss
Well,
that. Someone could just be traveling that way.
Yeah, that's why
know?
they gave it the 10. They gave it a 10 times bias.
Yeah.
Why that phone was coming back.
Right, and
to
it couldn't
that
be
same-
anyone who travels that way to work.
Yeah.
There was a bunch of stipulations on
Yeah.
the data that they pulled from those geolocations.
Mm.
Like they had a bunch of data so that it wouldn't be any anomalies. So
Right.
it had to be someone who was specifically.
There
But
for
there
that.
was there's no way using the location to say if they went up to the Dropbox and physically touched it. You know,
Yeah.
like you can't.
Except the ones that they did catch on camera.
Right.
You know, and it's thousands and
Mhm.
thousands of hours
Yeah,
of video.
right.
And the people have gloves on
Yep.
and they're, you know what I
Yep.
mean? All
Yep.
that. But it's like, even if it's not true, okay, look into it.
Look into it.
Is it true?
Right.
If it is, send some people to jail. If it's not, then he's
we're
discredited.
investigating parents at school
Yeah,
board meetings.
yeah.
We're not going to investigate like what could be evidence
Right.
of,
right.
of election.
Of a major, yeah.
Like we said before, selective.
Yep.
Selective.
Yep. James said she is the female Oswald Bates. Talking about Kamala.
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 I don't know. I was just going to ask, is that how you say her name, really?
She don't even know because I remember people have showed video of her saying it multiple different ways.
Nice.
What was I going to show? Oh, I wanted to show the Darth Sith Lord Bill Gates talking about
he's Sidious.
Talking about what we've been saying for about a year and a half.
Fauci, Soros.
Now, finally, it's like it's okay to say this. And when he, because Bill Gates is such a
scientist,
he's such a health medical expert. We have to listen to what he says. But let's just take a look and tell me if you learned anything new here.
Okay.
It wasn't until early February when I was in a meeting that experts at the foundation said, there's no way, there's been too much travel without diagnosis for us to contain this. And then at that point, we didn't really understand the fatality rate. We didn't understand that it's a fairly low fatality rate and that it's a disease mainly of the elderly.
So who didn't understand? Because I remember a lot of people talking about it.
Everybody.
There was all of the medical people were telling us this.
Yeah.
So who's the we? Who's the we?
Burks, Fauci, and
Just the ones that wanted to tell us
Yeah.
to get vaccinated.
Right.
Those ones.
Those
Okay,
are the ones.
let's keep going.
Selective ones.
like flu is, although a bit different than that. So that was a pretty scary period where the world fatality rate and that it's a disease mainly of the elderly, kind of like flu is, although a bit different than that.
You see how he breezed right past that?
Yeah.
Kind of like the flu,
but
a little
and
bit
it's only
different than
affects
that.
the elderly.
Affects the elderly.
There's no need to shut down the whole country.
Right.
So that was a pretty scary period where the world...
Why was it scary? Y'all were the ones telling us to be scared.
Yeah.
Y'all were the ones. But I just thought that was hilarious that he came out and said
Now
that.
we can say that.
Yeah.
The science never changed. That's always been.
But now they can say it. But the ones that were saying it before
Or banned.
Yep.
were conspiracy
Discredited.
theorists, right-leaning conspiracy
Did you hear
theorists.
Fauci too? He came out and was like, it's a good thing that I did flip-flop on all of the things that I said because, the science changed.
The science changed.
It's like, what?
Yeah.
You mean he changes? Because he's science.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he is science.
He is
Yeah,
science.
That's right. I forgot he said that.
So you
This
you
is
would have-
another Bill Gates clip just recently, him talking about
Is that him?
yeah.
Oh, God.
So
Yeah,
you,
buddy.
you would have had
It's without the-
your
the
you would
makeup
have
and studio
you would have
lights.
two vaccinations
glasses.
and 2 booster shots. Is that right?
That's right. And, for people over, 50 or 60, they'll probably have to be boosted
every 6 months until we get even better vaccines.
The
So
never-ending
I've been trying to figure out this out for myself. I assume you know the answer to this, so I'll just ask you. When do you get boosted again? I mean, now that you've had it, you know, I've had it around the same time. I've only gotten 3 shots total, only been boosted once. I guess we have immunity for a little while, but when do you decide to get boosted again?
You don't even have
so
immunity.
an infection where you'll get a high viral load would be like vaccination. But, you know, to be safe, every 6 months, you're probably going to be vaccinated. As we get more data, they might even make that shorter for people who are, you know, say 60 or over 70, where the duration seems to be a bit lower. So we're in for ongoing
Shorter than 6 months.
to stay
So every 3
absolutely
months.
safe.
So you're getting 4 shots a year.
So it's a shitty shot. That's what you're saying.
He said that in here. He said we're gonna have to get boosted every 6 months until we get better vaccines. That's what he said initially. Let's see if I can find that again.
Figure out this out for myself. When do you get
sounds like
boosted again?
population
Now that you've had it, you
control.
know, I've had it around
That sounds like you'd like to just kill all the
Eugenics?
old people off.
You know what I'm saying?
He has his family has a history in that.
Sound crazy, but
You know?
And the funny thing is, both of them are talking about how they took 3 shots but still got COVID.
Yeah, still
multiple
got it,
times.
Which that's what I'm saying. Pooper
Yeah.
said that you're not, or
What you
so
call
you're
him, Pooper?
immunity.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What you call him?
Pooper, Anderson Pooper.
That's
That's not nice.
He said so it
Why
gives you
not?
immunity. No, it doesn't. No, it does not.
It doesn't give you immunity.
because you get the virus still.
Yeah. So we've got immunity for a little while. No,
you got
you got immunity from getting COVID.
Yo, my mom in this whole thing is hilarious because, you know, she was scared at first.
Of course.
You know, so
why?
so
Because they made them scared.
She watches the news.
Yeah.
And I kept on, talking to her. I'm like, Mom, let's, I didn't give her the whole thing, but I'm like, let's just take this on as, it's coming. And then, she got the shot. She got her booster. I think she got 3 shots. Yeah. But she got sick. She got sick twice actually with COVID, and she's like completely done now.
Yeah.
She's like, it's all about money.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah. Now you seeing what I'm saying.
I think there's a detox you can do to get the.
That might be a money grab too.
Yeah, that's
the other way. Yeah.
Take this Patriot detox. You know how they always got to throw
American Eagle detox.
Yeah, right. They always got to throw some right wing title on it. 2A detox. Get your guns out. Did you mistakenly take the vaccine?
Second Amendment detox.
Yeah. Yeah. For freedom. And eagles flying by, tanks rolling by, and freaking guys in the gym.
They all do that, yo.
real quick, this rendezvous window disappeared on me. CPU was hovering around 90. I can't get it back. No
Don't worry
matter
about it.
What I do.
Sorry,
So,
guys.
might have
Rendezvous
to be
is not working tonight.
Yeah, Lena did just say, Moon, could you guys throw into the link into YouTube?
That was
chat?
old as heck, dude. I already put that in YouTube for her. That's why she said she was in the green room.
That's the last comment that I see.
Really?
Yeah.
But speaking of money grabs and speaking of your mom saying it's all about money, let's talk about this article that just dropped the other day and let's talk about how they tried to bury it on Twitter. Okay. So,
of course.
Like the New York Post on their buying laptops.
So let's look at this. This is from zerohedge.com. Nonprofit watchdog uncovers $350 million in secret payments to Fauci, Collins, and others at the NIH.
Ooh.
So what they discovered was that Fauci and others at the NIH were getting kickbacks from third-party companies as well as pharmaceutical companies. All this time, Fauci got 23 different royalty kickback payments.
Yeah.
Wow.
And they're estimating it to be like millions and millions of dollars.
Wow.
That he
Collins
made.
got more, right? I think it was 77 or something
Yeah,
like that.
yeah.
Royalty.
Are they investigating this? Is Fauci going to
No,
jail?
you know who did? A nonprofit that got a
government
FOIA request.
watchdog,
They got a FOIA request, and then the reason why they don't know exactly how much money it was is because everything was redacted. Everything was redacted.
Wow.
They
But
redacted it.
come to find out that they've been getting kickbacks this whole time. Now, this came out on Twitter, right? And it was blowing up, going viral, and Fauci was trending. Immediately, they launch an interview with him and Jim Acosta,
Of course.
where Fauci said, where he asked him, "So if Trump gets reelected, would you serve on his health board?" And he says, "No, I wouldn't." You know, he just basically says no, and so they start all the bots, everything starts pushing that to the top of the trend. So then when you clicked on the Fauci trend, all you would see is him
saying no. That he
and the
wouldn't serve
article
again.
saying Trump, Fauci says he wouldn't work for Trump if he gets reelected. And it's like everyone knew that already.
Yeah.
How is that news?
Yeah, exactly.
He would be fired anyway.
Anyway, yeah, exactly. Because he's the reason why it got so bad.
So
if you gotta listen or read Dr. Scott Atlas's book.
What is it?
A Plague Upon Our House.
Yeah?
It's about his time in the White House during the whole, because he was brought in later during the whole COVID.
Was he?
Yeah.
I
So
didn't
it
know
was
that.
Burks, Fauci, Pence, Redfield. They were all in,
That was
in
the-
control.
what
of
was
the
that called? The
COVID
task- the
response.
COVID
The
task-
COVID task force. Yeah.
So they brought Scott Atlas in later. And, his family was trying to tell him, don't do it. He's like, nah, I got to do it. It's for the country. Blah,
Yeah,
blah, blah.
yeah.
And he's a vaccine guy. So, but when he got there, shit show. And Trump had several times that he could have leaned on Scott and pushed back on Burks or
Fauci,
or
yeah.
any of them.
He never
happened.
did it.
Never had. Pence never
He
said
made so many
anything.
mistakes.
Yeah, towards the end,
He
I
made
was
so many mistakes.
I was so
man.
pissed
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
It's good.
Yeah.
I want to read it.
Yes.
Yeah, me too. But what was I gonna say? Yeah,
We were talking about them getting all them kickbacks.
Yeah.
These dudes, man, like they're never held accountable.
Nope.
Yo, I feel like I don't know if I should say this, but there was many lives that could have been saved.
Yeah.
I talked.
Yeah.
I talked to this about
My
you
father-in-law.
about your father-in-law,
Yeah.
like with these generic drugs that they knew worked,
Dude, not
but
only
didn't
that,
make them any money.
the ones that they were mandated to use that they knew
Yeah.
were failing, making organs fail.
Remdesivir.
Right. So, like, to me, it's like, do you really care about your country, and do you really care about the American people, or just the human,
Your patience.
the human race? Do you care? Do you truly care about that, or are you serving a different God?
Yo, Xavier,
Yeah.
what's up? Xavier just checked and he said, "What's up, guys?"
What up, X? So who
Hope you're doing better, man.
Yeah, who's gonna be held accountable for all them lives that could have been saved?
And unfortunately, when you look at the way things go with the political system, with the Justice Department, and it seems like no one, man.
Yeah.
Like we always hoping and praying and hoping that it turns around,
Right.
and that people will be held accountable, and that but
Because there's somebody making the moves.
This is the thing. I feel like we just can't. We can't let that be our
Yeah.
focus.
You can't.
know what
I
I
was
mean?
just gonna say you
'Cause
can't
it's-
focus.
Yeah,
there.
it's just gonna make
'Cause
you
you'll lose.
depressed
Yeah.
and anxious and
Yeah,
feel
then
hopeless.
People,
you
right,
know?
and that's what most people do. Like, I just had a conversation with somebody. Like, that's why I don't vote. That's why
Yeah.
I don't do anything. But
Right.
you should.
Yeah.
You should be paying attention.
And that's the other. You don't want to be there either. You don't want to be where you just give up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know.
You have to take responsibility.
Right.
Talk to people. If you feel a certain way, you have to vote.
Do research.
Do some research. See where people are.
The problem is people don't vote. They only vote for the president. And
Yeah.
they think they're going to learn everything they need to know from watching the debates on CNN. Like,
Yeah.
that- all that stuff is ridiculous. It's a clown show.
Yep. Smoke and mirrors.
Yeah. Like,
Yeah.
None of that stuff matters. But let's get into this article a little bit so we can get some details to the people that are watching. So The first 5 years from 2010 to 2014 constitute 40% of the total, the total amount of kickbacks they were getting. And then it says, we now know that there were 1,675 scientists that received payments during that period, at least one payment in fiscal year 2014. For instance, $36 million was paid out, and that is an average of $21,100 per scientist.
Can how can I get some of that?
You know,
can I register as a scientist somewhere?
Right. And these are people that, like, Fauci's making $450,000 a year
as a public employee.
He's the most highest paid public employee in the country.
Yes,
and you still need to get kickbacks. You know what I mean? It's like Pelosi with her investments.
Yeah.
Like, this is crazy, man. This is crazy. Like, how is this okay? How are we just accepting this nonsense?
Yep.
All right, I'm gonna move on because there's another article here related. So, congressional report: biotech lab hid evidence of contaminated vaccine doses. Did you guys hear about this?
I did.
Yeah.
You heard about this?
Yeah.
So, someone did an investigation, and it was published Tuesday. Shows that a biotech company hid the real number of COVID-19 vaccine doses that were contaminated. Emergent Biosolutions was hired to produce hundreds of millions of vaccine doses. The new report gathered from the House Committee on Oversight and Reform shows that between March 2020 and February 2022, the company discarded up to 400 million vaccine doses due to ingredients becoming contaminated. Previous estimates of discarded doses were lower. According to a report, executives of the company have privately raised concerns about quality control before ingredients were contaminated. The report goes on to show that the lab workers were misled government inspectors about issues at the plant in Bayview, Maryland. They reportedly told the FDA that they were making improvements at the plant to be full compliance. The agency noted deficiencies at the plant, and when it returned months later, employees reportedly tried to hide potential problems. And it goes on to, go into detail, but
scumbags.
How do we know what the heck they were sending out? This place was they were making Johnson & Johnson and I think Moderna. They were doing two different of the vaccines, Pfizer maybe, but they made hundreds of millions of vaccine doses.
So
they're telling us now that they hid it from the FDA. They hid it from government agencies that came there to inspect them. How do we know what they actually sent out there to the public?
Yeah.
Right.
That they were contaminated.
Yeah.
And contaminated with what?
With what?
So they're making mass doses. So they're making both vaccines. That just reminds me of factory type of situations.
So what it is.
And I talk to you guys about that all the time because me and Jake, used to work with your mom's ex.
Yeah, at Brydor.
At Brydor, which is bakery that
Supplies
contracted for
Starbucks.
like Starbucks, Dunkin' Donuts and stuff like that. And I used to tell stories about like how
people working them
lines. They don't care.
You think because your Danish arrives in a plastic sealed bag,
and that's what I tell.
Get in that bag?
That's what I tell Dave all the time. Just because it's in that plastic, bro, that don't mean that it's the most sanitary or clean.
Yeah,
and they hide a lot of stuff.
There's people that are, and you think that they're strict about them being in there wearing gloves. Like
No.
a lot of these people are immigrants. A lot of these people are working there like under the table.
Right.
A lot of these like foremans or the managers, they're real laxed on what people are doing.
Right.
You said you witnessed people going into the bathroom, not washing their hands, going right back to the line.
With gloves, go to the bathroom, blew his nose,
Kept the
same gloves, walked right out, and I was like,
so you got you a different cheese Danish when you went to Starbucks after that one, baby. Had a little extra sauce on it.
Yeah, you think you go to Starbucks and you get the uppity stuff, but
your point is, imagine at a lab or like a factory facility like this,
mass
where
biolab.
They're biolab where they're mass producing these vaccine doses. You don't think that if they don't have the proper quality control in place, you don't think that there's going to be problems like this?
Yeah.
And this is why I think if Trump does run in 24, which I think he is, but he needs to get off the vaccine thing.
Yeah.
Because look at what Bill Gates just said. It's a shit product.
Yeah.
And he's touting it as
He's
his
touting
thing.
it.
He's
Like,
bragging
no,
about
you
it like
need
it
to
was
get
this
off
great
of it.
accomplishment.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
Did
not.
you see the one rally where he brought the dude up from Johnson & Johnson and everybody was like booing and got quiet? Like,
Yeah.
Woody Johnson.
Yeah.
He's like, this guy has a bunch of money.
Yeah.
He has so much cash.
Yeah. Yeah. This guy had
Believe
so much
me.
cash. Unbelievable.
But yeah, he needs to. They played him. Big Pharma, he tried to crack down on
Yep.
him. You got to remember early what he did.
Yep.
With the whole insulin and all of that.
They
which
said,
Biden
"Oh, you
canceled.
want to crack down
He
on us?
played him,
Let's go ahead and drop this
and then
pandemic
they got
on
him
you."
right back. And then look at all the money they made.
Yeah, exactly. And we still don't know how that thing got in the country. We still don't know.
Still don't know.
They
And nobody
wanted us to
talking
believe
about
it was from bat soup.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? Like we were supposed to believe that. Come on now. Yeah. It's crazy.
But just blame it on the boogeyman.
Yep.
China.
Blame it on China. Okay. Let's get into some other weird stuff before we get out of here. Okay. First thing I'm gonna get into is Moan wanted me to show this NFT that Madonna just released. Have you seen this, Rachel? Oh, you are in for a treat. You are in for a treat.
Aren't you a Madonna fan?
So her face.
Yo, we should have panned the camera over there.
No, she has control of it. She wouldn't do that. So
That was great.
let's just look at the beginning of this NFT advertisement.
All right.
And
Madonna, like 94 years old.
but this is the problem when you want to be relevant, when you can't let go of that fame drug that
When
you
you're
had
a
your whole
narcissist.
life. You're a narcissist.
Yeah.
You want to have a fake British accent. You're
Does
from
she really
you're
have
from
a
Michigan.
she has a
Yeah,
fake
you
British
never heard her
accent now?
talk with a British accent,
No.
bro.
It goes in and out.
Yeah. But anyway, this is her attempt to remain relevant. This is Madonna. Freudian slip there. This is Madonna's NFT that she's going to release for everyone's enjoyment.
You could take all this, take it away. I'd still have it all. 'Cause I've climbed the tree of life, and that is why.
I'm going to cut the music off just in case they try to hit us with copyright. But you are correct. You are watching a tree grow from her vagina. This is the...
this didn't start from the beginning, though. Like
No, I didn't want to show the whole thing. I didn't want to show the whole thing.
They showed the vajayjay and it coming
I
out
didn't
of
want to
that.
show all of that. I didn't want to show all of that because it really gets graphic. It shows the cartoon vagina and there is a baby tree growing out of it.
Groot. I am Groot.
And she is clearly trying to show that she has the worst case of genital warts that anyone has ever seen in the history of mankind. No, she tried to like frame it in like some type of climate change type of thing about the environment and art and how she's doing art but growing a tree because a tree is like a woman, so she's growing a tree from her vagina. She's giving birth to a tree.
I would have been for that abortion. She wanted to get rid of that.
You're pro-choice in this case. Pro-choice. Are you saying you wish Madonna was aborted? Is that what you're saying? No. You're saying she could have aborted that tree. It's funny because they're
she can
perfectly
still
fine with a
abort
tree coming out of a vagina, but a baby, not happy about those.
Yeah. Real life.
Yeah.
Man, that is just so weird.
Ew.
What are we doing?
We live in the...
And this is her
We live in
NFT?
the fantasy world, bro.
This is her NFT that she's hoping, everyone is jumping on this NFT thing, hoping that they're going to get rich because some people bought some apes that sold for a bunch of money.
Right.
What's funny is like now that everything is crashing, a lot of those people are crying about them apes, man. I see it on Twitter all the time. Like people are clowning them. Like, you bought this thing for $700,000. Like, what are you going to do with it now? Because they were told it's going to, be valuable.
Right.
Yeah,
Okay,
everything is
moving on.
crashing. Didn't Luna like really
Dude,
crash
people,
from like...
I heard people committed suicide, bro.
Oh man.
Yo, it was like something crazy. It went from like 126 to like
dude
0 or something like that.
Dude, people got in when it was like at probably like cents, like or a fraction of a cent, and it shot all the way up to like $126.
And
Yeah.
So people had like $40 million in their account, and then literally a week later, it went down to like fraction of a penny. So they lost
so much money.
Yeah, man. Yeah, but it's like it's very volatile, man.
Yeah.
It's the gamble.
It's very volatile.
You're decentralized.
You know, it's the world we live in. Speaking of volatile, let's look at this progression. People been tweeting out. This went kind of viral. Pull this up real quick, Rach. So as you can see, this is what they want us to accept throughout the decades.
Sports.
These are
Calvin
all Calvin
Klein
Klein
sports.
ads. Calvin Klein ads.
Oh, okay.
1999. That
Looks about right.
Looks about right.
Yeah, that's what we
Calvin
grew up
Klein.
with, you know.
Sell me some stuff. That's what we grew up with. 2019.
Watch out for the big girl. Watch out for the big girl.
And then 2022.
Men can be pregnant.
Yeah. But men can't speak on abortion.
Right.
Because men can't get pregnant.
Right.
So
it depends on.
Wait a minute. I think you're making sense. Can't do that.
So yeah, that's
birthing. What do you call
birthing
them?
people?
Birthing people.
Right.
Yeah. Hey, mom. Mom just checked in.
Hey.
Mom just checked in.
Kind of late, mom.
Yeah. She was busy. Let's see what else we got. Oh, it's along those same lines.
And then, how come they don't get busted for malinformation or was it fake news or misinformation?
What do you mean?
Calvin Klein.
Mis or disinformation?
Disinformation. Both, all of them.
Yeah.
Miss, dis, and mild.
I don't know the difference.
They qualified all three of them.
Yeah.
In that one ad.
Right.
I don't know the difference.
So right
guys.
along those same lines, this was from the Daily Mail. I saw this article and this was going viral. I love it because in this position, Moan can't cheat and read my stuff early. So now he has to see it when it comes up. Indian surgeon plans to transplant womb into a trans woman in world's first op that could pave the way for biological men to get pregnant.
So you got to do all that.
You got to do all that. You got to spend all that money.
Yo!
Just so a man can have a baby.
Yo.
Unnatural.
This dude is really trying to put a womb inside of a man.
He's just trying to get money. And he's trying to be famous.
Yeah. This is the worst clout chase in history.
Yeah, that's know.
Ridiculous.
It's too much work, dude.
That's ridiculous.
It's too much work.
Dude, do you know what kind of chance you're taking to be that first one to try to do that? You might be on TV for a week, but...
Yeah.
Sheesh.
What if it doesn't work and then, I don't know. There's so much
Even if
there's
you
so much
do
bad
it, now
stuff.
What? Okay, so you did it.
Yeah.
Like, okay. Can everybody do that now? No.
They want us to believe that this is science, man. This is the future. All right.
Somebody's alarm is
Yeah, I know.
That's the parking lot.
It's driving me crazy. Stan sent this to me. This is from Epoch Times. Is it Epic Times or
Epic.
Epoch?
I keep
Times.
hearing
it's
Epic.
It's Epic.
It's Epic?
Yeah, because their commercial says Epic.
Yeah.
Okay.
Epic
I thought it
Times.
was Epic, but then I heard some people say Epoch.
I was
Yeah.
saying that
It's one of
earlier
those. Okay.
before I heard them.
Is it harassment or harassment?
All right. Well, this article, UFO hearing, Pentagon shows
This was today.
declassified footage of flying spherical object. Is it on here? Let's see. Man, this better
Brett,
not
can
be
you
some
rerun
nonsense.
that first image?
But this is from them.
It looked like it was outside
Naval.
of a plane
So
window.
what's that mean?
Because every time they say, it's always like some grainy footage of like
there you
something
go.
in the corner.
There you go.
Oh,
Shifty
shifty.
He looks
There
like a
is.
And
He looks like a
you
villain.
Wouldn't mind going
In
up to
that
the
name.
screen and tell us what we're seeing.
Okay, let's just look at it. This is what I'm talking about, yo. This is what I'm talking about. It's always some footage like this, yo. It's always some footage like, look, he dropped his phone. It's all sideways.
Because he's getting nervous.
Yo, come
Are
on,
we
man.
looking
see
outside of
aliens.
a civilian aircraft window? Is that what we're looking at?
Is there going to be a better?
There's another video, but I don't think it's of the same thing.
Man,
You don't even see anything. What do I see?
Come on, man. Come on, man. Stop it. Stop it. Like, yo, I'm tired of this. If you're gonna say you found footage of a UFO, show me some footage. I don't want to see a blurry dot off in the distance,
Right.
in the sky from your cell phone camera. Like, come on, man. Yeah.
You dropping the camera so you can't capture the actual thing.
Yeah. Mom said, I'm still at Jake's watching the kids for Fabian's graduation. Oh.
Oh.
Well, that don't mean you could have been watching the podcast from when we started. Jake was tuned in at the beginning, at the graduation. Okay. Yeah, I'm done with that article. UFOs.
He didn't even give it a chance, Stan.
That's all right. That's our government. What do you want?
Because every time it's the same thing. Just like that one with the that footage of like the pill shaped thing that was like
Right.
moving off at. It's like, man,
It's always the same thing,
yeah.
right?
I don't know. It always looks the same.
Show me some real aliens.
Are you guys aware of the investigation into BLM founder Patrice Cullors paid her baby father $970,000 for creative services?
Yes.
Paid her brother $840,000 for security.
Can I?
I'm your cuz.
Can I do something for you?
Send your cuz some. I got ideas.
Spent $2.1 million for a fellow director and reimbursed the organization $73,000 for a charter flight.
Wow.
And this is did we show the footage of Candace going
We
to
did.
her house?
we did.
We showed that last week, and then her like pretending to cry
fake
on
cry.
and clearly it was like just
She wasn't even there.
No, she was there
No, I mean like
at the gate.
at the gate.
Yeah. No, she was inside.
And it wasn't even. I mean, what Candace released, it wasn't
no,
anything.
no.
Yeah.
It was nothing like what she tried to make it.
Yeah.
But she probably didn't expect them to have footage of it either. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So she had to make herself seem like a victim. But this thing is like, it's getting messier and messier as they find out more and more
They
information.
don't
like,
care about the. It's the title.
Is she gonna get in
That's the
trouble?
title.
Is she gonna get in trouble?
I don't
With
know.
all that money.
But if
Probably
y'all
not.
keep sending them money, that's on y'all. After
Yeah.
hearing all of this, all of you people, all of you liberal white women with white guilt,
I was just.
sending them
I
all
was
your
just about
money.
to say that. I see. I'm in Medford, right? And
Yeah.
it's majority, white.
Yeah.
Nice people, but I see a lot of Black Lives Matter
Yeah.
signs still up.
Yeah.
They're getting money from
gotta show
from
you.
all these guilty people.
I'm a good person.
Yeah. Watch how I love black people.
Yeah.
I'm going to send money to Black Lives Matter.
But the title says Black Lives Matter. You didn't read the article.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You didn't look into you didn't
What
go
they
to their
really
website.
doing, yeah. Go look at their mission statement.
Yeah, well, I hope they get
They
down.
changed.
I have faith in God, but I don't have faith in the government to prosecute somebody.
Yeah, definitely not.
Yeah.
Let's see. Is there anything else I got that we can talk about before we wrap it up? Oh, we can address this. I saw this on Twitter too. It was people at a Broadway show, and people were pointing out the hypocrisy here. Let's see if you guys can catch it.
Put your mask over your nose. That's why you're in the theater. That is the rule. If you don't want to follow the rule, get the fuck out! Who do you think you are if you do not respect the people that are sitting around you? You pay my salary. Bullshit. Chris Harper pays my salary. Who do you think you are?
Meanwhile, every single one of them sitting next to each other with no mask on.
They have no mask on.
Yeah. What is this from?
Some Broadway play or something.
In New York? I
Yeah,
guess?
yeah, it's in New York.
Just put your mask over your nose. We have worked.
So she has a mask on, but it's not over her nose.
Right.
So the lady
So it's
is
not good enough.
freaking the hell out on her
Mask
because I guess they're still making. Yeah, it's like you just want to be able to tell people that, like you want to be able to. You feel the authority to be an asshole. Like
Yeah.
I just don't understand that. You don't have a mask on, lady.
Right. And you're sitting like
I'm
how
allo-
me
I'm
and Stan
allowed
are
to.
sitting.
I'm
You're-
allowed to.
Right, right. I'm not you. You are the the peasants. I'm on this stage. I don't have to follow
Meanwhile,
your
you
rules.
yelling and spitting
Right,
over everybody.
screaming, not respecting the people
Particles
around
flying
you.
everywhere.
Right.
Got to COVID.
Right.
Particles just flying.
Doesn't everyone have to be vaccinated in there anyway in New York?
Yeah,
guess
they
if
gotta
it,
they gotta show their vaccine card. To
Yeah.
go,
Do they
go to
still
shows
have
and
that?
stuff like that?
They still have that?
In New York, probably.
That
Probably.
liberal shit.
So what was this, Dan? Let's show this article. Biden seeks new unilateral powers for WHO chief to declare public health emergency.
So just know, wow, the whole Ukraine war. What else happened? The Buffalo shooting.
Sent $40 billion to Ukraine.
Sent 40 billion. It was 30 something. Hold on, what's 15 or something? They approved another 40.
Yeah.
The WHO,
Mm-hmm.
you know, they want to be able to declare a health emergency in the country and not go through anybody. It's just once they say it,
Once they say it, everyone has to.
Everybody gotta do
has to do it.
and it's being done. They're meeting next week at Geneva in the Switzerland.
So Biden is pushing for this.
Yeah,
Pushing for the WHO to have the overall
total control.
authority on when people have to just lock down.
Over 130 countries are attending, but Taiwan isn't, or Taiwan didn't get an invite.
Because Taiwan's not a
Because
country.
Taiwan's not a country.
And the WHO is an arm of
China. I mean, we showed the video on here when the woman talked about Taiwan and he ended the call.
Yeah.
Remember?
Yep.
Remember that?
We gotta back up off this.
Right.
Somebody hang up.
And then got back on the call and she wouldn't let it go. And he's just like, can you ask something else? Can you ask something
I'm
else?
not gonna answer.
Not gonna talk about Taiwan. Remember
Yeah,
what's
but
his
he's trying to
name?
give
John
up.
Cena
Oh, yeah,
mentioned
yeah.
Taiwan and had to do
Had
a
to
whole
do, apology.
Mandarin
Apology in
apology
Mandarin.
video. Yeah. Where he looked like a straight up girl.
So no sovereignty anymore for the U.S.
Wow, they're really pushing. Let me see, man. President Biden's administration is pushing an amendment to the World Health Organization governing regulations to give Director General Tedros Adhanom. Yeah, not
You
really.
could just say China.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's the dude.
Declare
That's the
public
dude that
health
said that
emergency.
China was the model on how you should handle COVID.
Yes.
All that.
Yeah, definitely. Welding people inside their homes,
Yep.
confiscating, putting cats in
That's-
bags, and
Yep.
you know, sending people to health concentration camps. Yeah, That sounds exactly like what we should do over here in the States. Man, this is crazy, man. This is crazy. People, I hope y'all are paying attention. I hope y'all are getting right with God. I hope y'all are getting right with your families. I hope y'all are, getting yourself together. Get your health together. We gotta keep building up communities and doing research. Figure out what's going on in this world. Stay prayed up. We appreciate everybody for watching, man. It was fun. We talked about some fun stuff. Shout out to Mom, who's in there commenting right now. She said I was doing a lot with the kids. We're playing Pictionary Air. Oh, I love that game.
Yeah, that's all we played at in Wildwood.
In Wildwood, yeah.
The fun trip.
Yeah. But hey, don't forget, guys. If you like the video, if you like this live stream, we go live every Tuesday. Try to go live at 8. It never happens. Been very rare. So, but you'll see the notification if you hit the notification bell on YouTube and on Facebook, man. Like the page, also share the video, hit that thumbs up button for us. And if you're watching on Twitch, we appreciate y'all. We didn't get to go up on Rumble today, but hopefully next week we'll be back on there. But listen, man, let's all keep building this community, man. Don't forget Patreon. If you want to become a member, patreon.com/youngliontv. Go on there, sign up. subscribe. Also, Cash App if you want to just throw a couple dollars to the Lions so we can keep making this thing better. And other than that, man, we love you guys. Thank you guys for tuning in. We'll see you guys next week, God willing, and we're out.
Peace.
Peace.
Young lion, go live, yeah. Young lion, you rich, yeah. This kingdom has room, yeah.